I'm going to give you 3 important points that you need to focus on. Make sure you stick around because the third one's probably the most important. So first thing I want you to do is like the video, comment down below, leave a subscribe, support the channel. We're going to go into waste of time. Now, I was speaking to a young man in the gym today and I said, what is your biggest struggle? And he turned around and said, I show up to the gym, but I'm very inconsistent with what I'm doing. One day, I'll come in, I'll do push. Next day I might do legs. Next day I might do a little bit of cardio, and I'm kind of random, and then it just leads to me being inconsistent. So, how can we get over being inconsistent and actually start seeing consistent progress and actually start seeing results in your physique and actually make progress in the gym? And the first thing I always get everybody to do is understand and get clear on what it is you actually want from being inside the gym. So what I always do with every single person that I work with, or I'm going to potentially work with, is show them this photo right now. And as you look, you will be able to identify if a physique is something you want to improve on. Usually a lot of people start with a little bit of body fat that they want to get rid of. So you can visually look at where you are right now. I would say where you are right now and where do you want to be. And usually people say about 10% less. Some people say 15, but usually it's around about 10% they want to drop off. So it's like, right, okay, cool. Now we've actually got, a visual of what you want. And you can go around about 0.5 to 1% of body fat decrease every single week if you work hard for it. So if you've got around about 15, potentially 10% or 50%, 15% to lose, you're talking around about 10 or 15 weeks of perfection. Now, most people, including myself, don't train and eat perfectly. So what do we do then? We introduce diet breaks, and we also introduce a little bit of weeks of, potentially not hitting perfect weeks. So, a 10 to 15 week period, we can turn into maybe 18 to 24 weeks. And at that point then, you've actually got a good time scale. The second thing is getting very clear on effectively training. Now, most people don't understand what they're training and when they're training. So if you look at a week's rota of training, of a training block, because people don't actually think about what they're doing in the gym or don't have anything wrote down, it'll be very random and very spontaneous, and they don't kind of have any idea. Now, for some people it might work, but for the majority, you are going to plateau. So it's very important that you fill from Monday to Sunday the times you're going to be training and what day you're going to be training what. So it could be a push-pull legs, it could be full body session, repeated 3 times. There's many times you can work in. It all depends on your level and what you enjoy. So that's the second thing, is actually getting clear on what it is you're doing from Monday to Sunday. And then the third thing is your meals and your food. So there's 2 ways around it really. There's a lot in the time where you've got a shopping list, you've got 2 or 3 meals you're going to be having, and you kind of stick to the same things over and over. You don't want to be changing it around too much, especially on a fat loss phase. Or you can invest in a meal prep service. So they're really your 2 options that you want to be working with. Having a clear shopping list, having some meals preset in your mind and you know what you're going to cook, having an air fryer, something that's keep it very simple, quick and effective, and then going ahead and allotting 20 to 30 minutes and prepping your meals for the day ahead. If you don't want to do that, then you've got the meal prep service, all right, at additional cost, but it takes away having to prep and do all the work. So it's completely down how you want to do it. So that's the second thing. So it's getting clear on what you want, and it's getting the fundamentals sorted around your training and your nutrition. And the third thing is really, it's understanding why you're being inconsistent in the first place, and is it important to you? So we're talking about like the mindset around why you're actually showing up to the gym in the first place. Now, when you actually talk to people who go to the gym, usually they want to feel better and look better in themselves and feel better internally as well. So if you are finding you're consistent, it's actually identifying why you even started in the first place and what's keeping you going. Now, for most people, including myself, I wanted to start feeling better in myself. I wanted to start feeling stronger in my ability to train consistently. And to be honest with you, I just wanted to feel sexy. I wanted to feel good. I wanted to be proud of my body. I wanted to take my clothes off in the mirror, naked, with the dick out, and be like, yes, like, that's attractive and I look good. You know, you could buy any Rolex, you could buy a Lamborghini, you can have all the money in the world, but that one thing there takes time, dedication, and it's earned. You cannot earn it. Unless you're one of them weirdos who goes spends hundreds of thousands of pounds on plastic surgery and still isn't fulfilled by the end of it all, then you understand what I'm saying. So that thing is earned. So it's understanding why you've even started the whole thing in the first place. And if you can get to that core reason why, okay, and remind yourself of what that is, then you can actually start referring back to when it starts getting a little bit, you're a bit tired or you're feeling a bit lazy. You know, I'm thinking, no, I started this for a reason and it means something to me. I'm going to follow through with it. And when you actually get that and it becomes a big value in your life and you value it truly, it becomes like second nature. But you have to get some consistency and momentum. And you do that by doing step 1 and step 2. Once you do step 1 and step 2 and you start seeing some solid results, that's when you can start making it just natural, an occurring, reoccurring event that happens in your life, showing up to the gym. Ideally before work, before you're tired, or in the morning. That's how I like to do it. So yeah, be clear on what you want, get clear out on your training, get clear on your nutrition, and understand your why. If you struggle with any of these, we make sure you are clear from day one. Why you're doing it, how you're doing it, and the full setup and the full approach, and me supporting you throughout the whole thing. So there's some results that I'm going to pop up now. A few videos down and from this YouTube video, you'll see a photo shoot that we did with Liam very recently. We've got 4 to 5, I think the 5th one we recently booked in, 5 photo shoots booked in 2024 alone with other guys wanting to go there, take their physique to the next level. I'm going to be doing one in around about 8 weeks from now. So it's all exciting things, it's all exciting times. But yeah, I'm just coming on the video to try and give you as much value as possible and how you can actually start gaining and seeing momentum in your life. If you do these 3 things, then you're on to a winner.